we over-vaccinating our pets? It is a question that more and more pet owners and veterinarians are asking themselves. Annual vaccinations used to be recommended, but pet vaccine standards have changed. Our Mark Kane has some of the current guidelines and some alternatives that some pet owners are turning to.
Hey, Gracie. Oh, hello.
Linda Arndt is bringing her dog Gracie to the vet for a checkup. Gracie has an ear infection. But instead of treating it with antibiotics, Gracie received treatment with an enzyme formula.
Wow, that looks really good.
I know she's better because she didn't cry.
Gracie's vet, Dr. Carrie Donahue, operates Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care Clinic in Madison. In addition to traditional medicine, she offers an alternative.
Maybe a more natural approach, maybe a more minimal approach to some of the medications, some of the preventative, the vaccines that we give, giving owners an alternative.
And that is currently a hot topic among pet owners and veterinarians. Are we over-vaccinating our pets?
We do that particular vaccine every 3 years.
UW vet Sandy Sawchuk has seen vaccine recommendations change over the years.
Since I was in vet school, like 30 plus years ago, we used to just vaccinate everything every year they would get vaccinated. We're now recognizing that for most dogs, that's not required, that we can get by with going on a less frequent interval.
And most all agree there are some vaccines that are necessary.
These are just the vaccines that we happen to carry here in our clinic, all right? And
this seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, but we treat every patient like an individual. Ones that every dog needs, regardless of their lifestyle, and that would include rabies, okay, because it's a human risk factor, and we don't want to see a dog die from something that's so easily prevented. And then distemper and parvo are the other ones.
Once your animal has their initial vaccines and booster shots, most major veterinary organizations say shots should only be given every 3 years, not every year, and even that may be too often for some animals.
Many dogs maintain immunity for life from that initial puppy series and that vaccination that we gave a year later. And so we may not have to do it, but the only way we can tell would be to do blood testing to be able to see, is your dog still protected or not? That test is called a titer, a simple blood test that'll tell you if your pet is still immune. Many dogs maintain immunity for life from that initial puppy series and that vaccination that we gave a year later. And so we may not have to do it, but the only way we can tell would be to do blood testing to be able to see, is your dog still protected or not? Once your animal has their initial vaccines and booster shots, most major veterinary organizations say shots should only be given every 3 years, not every year, and even that may be too often for some animals.
Are we over-vaccinating our pets?
I think in certain cases, yes.
Dr. Donahue's vet office looks more like a health food store. Its shelves full of supplements and alternative therapies.
We get more and more calls every week from pet owners who, because they might be looking into a more natural approach for themselves, then it kind of transfers over. They start thinking about their pet. How can I treat my pet more naturally? These are supplements that are helpful for upper respiratory conditions. These are hormone support, cardiac or heart health.
Core vaccines coupled with alternative medicines. That's the goal at the Full Circle Vet Clinic. Which brings us back to Gracie's owner, Linda. A dog owner all her life, she used to vaccinate every year. That was the recommendation.
People didn't know any better, and we didn't, and we did what we were told to do. But I think as this word gets out, as people become educated and they listen to more sides than one of the story, they can make their own decisions.
And you have.
And I have. And she's very happy about it.
Happy and healthy. In Madison, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
State law in Wisconsin requires all dogs receive the rabies vaccine once every 3 years, and a great tool to determine what shots your dogs need. Check out the American Animal Hospital Association's website. You select your dog's breed and activity level, and all the information is right there.